Hi everybody. So when we start the beginning of our Qigong class and before we get to all the beautiful flow and movements, we activate and we warm up and we sort of get our bodies ready to move the energy. And part of that is to do some shaking, happy bouncing, which some of you might have seen before, and just sort of as us going a bit floppy and pumping our joints, getting the fluid moving. So we're just going to do this. You're going to sort of bounce into your legs, bounce into your elbows, your wrists, feel the back of your neck and your head sort of relax, and you're just trying to make yourself go completely floppy. Now, I done a class today in my own practice, and I'm used to doing this bouncing to get the energy flowing, but it was done with some what's called the healing sounds. So in Qigong, every every meridian or every element corresponds to two of your organs, a yin organ and a yang organ. So we usually do a flow for each organ, which then cultivates that energy for that organ, the emotion for that organ. But this today taught me a little bit about using the healing sounds while we're doing this happy bouncing. And I'm telling you now, like later on when I was driving home after doing that practice between clients, I felt almost sedated. I felt so calm, so peaceful. So I thought, I mean, you're gonna feel a little bit silly doing it, but it absolutely 100% works. So I'm just going to go through each one of them. We're going to do some shaking and loosening, but we're going to be inhaling and then making a certain sound to correspond with that energy. And there's six of them all together, okay? So we'll start with the metal element. So the metal element is related to our lung and our large intestine, and it starts sort of at the collarbone and it comes down the inside of our arms. And basically, the sound for the lungs is a s, like a snake. So if we just get started with our bouncing, pumping your joints, just relaxing your body completely, like a big bowl of jelly. And you're going to inhale. And then we're going to inhale again. Just stop for a minute and just feel the energy. So the metal element, the lung, the large intestine, emotionally, that's responsible for grief and sadness. We hold all our grief and sadness within our chest area, within our lungs, and that healing sound can really heal and transform it into inspiration, into life, really, because your lungs are responsible for your chi every day. You breathe in that energy every day. So the next element we're going to look at is the water element, which is the kidneys and bladder. So them meridians go up the inside of your legs, down the back of your spine. So the sound to go with the water element is like a chew. So it's a ch and then a sort of chew. So let's start our shaking. Let yourself go nice and floppy, floppy in your neck, floppy in your head, your sacrum, your elbows, your wrists, your knees. Just try to feel that relaxation, feel everything going loose. And we're going to inhale. And again. Slow down, slow down. And in terms of the emotions, the water element is related to fear, anxiety. So I use this quite a lot myself because I struggle with anxiety, especially when driving. And if I've ever got my windows open, people must be thinking, what's she doing? Because I'm literally inhaling and making that sound all the way home. And it gets me there and it keeps me calm and it works. Okay. The next one we're going to do is the wood element. So the wood element is our liver and our gallbladder, responsible for um, anger, frustration, and it's also sort of related to spring and growth. So let's start our shaking. And the sound is like a shh, as if you're telling the kids to shut up. You're getting on my nerves. You're making me liver angry. Shh. Okay, so we're going to inhale. So here we can calm our anger, our frustration, and we can sort of plant seeds. It's creative, you know, what do you want to do? How do you want to go forward? Um, and I don't know about you, but when I'm doing the inhaling and the sound, you can really feel the body and the nervous system like completely relaxing. The next one we're going to do is the fire element. So the fire element is your heart and small intestine. The heart is the yin organ. So the sounds to go with the fire element is so let's start our bouncing. Loosen your joints, flop your elbows, your shoulders, feel your neck nice and loose, your head floppy. Just letting everything go and relax and floppy and soft. And inhale. Do one more. Slow it down. The fire element is related to summer. So we're in the fire element at the moment, and I don't know whether anyone noticed, but it can sort of have you feeling sort of on the ceiling. It's like the emotions are like hastiness, hatred, you know, quick to act. And if we just cultivate our fire element and our meridians through qigong, then we can sort of transform that into joy and happiness. You know, if you think about if you're going on holiday and you're in that relaxing environment, you've calmed your heart down. It's joyful, isn't it? It's, you know, there's none of that sort of real life hastiness. So try that for anytime you're feeling, you know, a little bit too hasty, some hatred for, you know, the team that might beat England when they're in the World Cup. Okay. And the last of the 5 elements we've got is earth, and earth is the spleen and stomach, and it's all on the left side, responsible for digestion. The sound to go with the earth element is like a it's like a guttural sound at the back of your throat, like you're saying core. So let's start our bouncing. Nice and soft. Pump your wrists, pump your elbows, your shoulders, your neck, your knees. Feel everything going soft and relaxed, and let's inhale. Slow down. So in traditional Chinese medicine, the earth element is all related to emotionally worry, rumination. So, you know, when you're lying in bed and you're overthinking everything over and over, the same negative thought, you can't stop thinking about it. and we can transform that through qigong flows or through these healing sounds into, feeling grounded, feeling centered, connecting ourselves with the earth. I This is another one that I use a lot of. So I use the kidney water element a lot, and I use the earth element a lot. And I find them two sounds in particular are really helpful with anxiety, worry, overthinking, rumination, especially when you've got kids who have you, going out of your mind sometimes, or a job where you can get quite stressed. Okay, and the very last one we're going to do is for the triple warmer. So the triple warmer in Chinese medicine is actually given its own status as an organ, although it doesn't relate to any organ in our body. It's seen as the almost like the lymphatic system, I suppose. It's like transforms our or transports our fluids, it transports our hormones, all the sort of invisible things that go on within our bodies and in our cells. So the sound to go with the triple warmer is a he sound. So it's, let's do our happy bouncing. I mean, no one else in the Qigong world calls it happy bouncing, but I like it because it makes me happy. So you're pumping your wrists, pumping your elbows, letting your shoulders go nice and soft, letting the back of your neck and the back of your shoulder blades go nice and soft. Your knees are soft. Okay, and we're going to inhale. Okay, let's take a nice slow stop and just feel your body. Feel the energy going through your legs, through your arms, into your fingertips. Seeing organs come up your arms, down your arms, up your legs, down your legs, and up and down the front of your body, up and down the back of your body. All of these meridian pathways are energy flows, and problems come when them energy flows get blocked. Using Qigong and flowing movements and moving our energy can make them blockages go away, can help any stagnation, can move heat, can improve cold. It's absolutely, an absolutely fantastic, fascinating arm of Chinese medicine, along with acupuncture and herbs and things like that. Um, that happy bouncing is just part of the warm up for the Qigong class. So when you come and do an actual Qigong class, or you want to see one of the longer videos that I've got on the channel, you'll start off with activation, warm ups, and stretching, clearing out the way in our bodies, and then you'll see, the lovely flowing movements, the slow movements, all of the things that can help us posturally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. But for something quick, and life is quick for us now. We've all got jobs, we've got kids, we've got stress, we've got businesses, we've got dogs, we've got life happens. These quick little snaps of bits that you can use can just make, call it a chi break. I suppose one of the teachers that I work with said it's just a quick thing you can do in the toilet at work. You can go upstairs for 5 minutes away from your kids and you can center yourself. They're just really helpful tools to have in your toolbox. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. See you soon.